Thank you, Jim, for inviting us to come. My wife and I, Angie and I, are just recently returned from Pakistan about a week or so ago. We were there for a month, and it's great for us to get the opportunity to come and just share with you a little bit about the things that we saw, the things that are happening there to get help to people, and some of the ways that at least BGR and some of our partners are involved in getting that help to others. We are with BGR International, which is a relief and development organization, and we are the area director for Central and South Asia, which includes Pakistan. One of the goals that we have as an organization is to connect people in need with people who care. People in need, those people like the flood affected in Pakistan. Those people around the world that are chronically hungry. Those people that live below the poverty lines in so many places in our world. Connecting those people that have great needs with people who care. And quite often, the people that care the most are believers in different parts of the world. And so we're working to bring the body together. Okay? You see a map here that this is of Pakistan. And I know that you've heard news reports about the flood that hit Pakistan about a month or so ago, and how that flood started in the north, up in this area with the tremendous monsoon rains that came this year. But then that flood moved right down the river, and even today there is still fresh flooding in this area of the southern Pakistan as the waters continue to move down. Now the Pakistan floods are not much in the news. There's not a lot being told about the floods from the news media. I think one reason might be because it's just a flood. We have floods all the time, don't we? Every country has floods. But what we fail to realize very quickly is that this flood covered the whole country. 20+ million people affected by this flood. More than 1.5 million homes destroyed. That's a big flood. The black dots on this map represent places where BGR is involved in some way in flood relief in Pakistan. Involved through partners, involved through distributions, involved in funding different projects through different people. All of these places that we're involved. Angie and I went to many of these places while we were there to see what was happening, to participate in the relief effort, to help think through things, to help others to think through things. And you might ask yourself, how can just two people, Angie and I, we are the only BGR personnel that have been in Pakistan, how can two people have flood relief going on in more than 20 sites, more than 20 places in the country? Well, obviously the answer to that is two people cannot. And so as we went to Pakistan, we quickly determined that the way to get the most help to the most people would be to work with others. That's what the Bible says, isn't it? We're a body. Different people have different skills, different gifts. Some people are a hand, some people are a nose, some people are a foot. Different parts of the body working together. And so we went to Pakistan looking to work together with God's church around the world. And so we began to find partners to work with. I want to share with you a little bit about some of the ways that we're partnering with people. You see here OM. This is an OM team in Succor, Pakistan, northern Sindh province. They saw the need around them and determined that one of the most immediate needs people had as the flood came was for cooked food. You see, as people left their houses, chased out of the house by the flood, they were able just to gather a few things to take with them. Most of them did not have pots and utensils and other things to prepare food. And so they saw the need was for cooked food. And so every day they've been out delivering cooked food to people on the side of the road. Living under, in Pakistan they have the type of bed is called a charpai. It's a wood frame with interwoven ropes between the frame. It's a rope bed. And so many people even are stacking 2 charpais together like this and sleeping underneath to protect themselves from the weather. Some people are in camps, tent camps. OM guys are put together a team to prepare cooked food, and so they're taking that out to them every day. The normal, average, everyday food in Pakistan, which consists of naan, the bread, and then chicken curry that they're taking out to them. Providing meals for 100 or more families every day. Okay? They're also providing some dry rations, means flour, rice, sugar, tea. Tea is necessary in Pakistan. Different types of lentils, as well as some oil, so that those people who have the ability to prepare food themselves can do so. See, it's very important when we do disaster response that we help people get back to a place that they can help themselves. They can prepare their own foods. They can take care of their own families. Dry rations is one way that people can begin to do that. Also, you'll see in the picture a thermos to hold water. Many people did not have a container to hold water, and when people are distributing water to them, they need something to bring it in. So they've also provided a thermos. We went down to Hyderabad, Pakistan, which is a little further south than Sucker, and partnering there with the Indus Christian Fellowship, ICF, people that we've known for some 15 years. And as we approached Hyderabad, this couple met us on the edge of the city and said, we've heard about some people who have just arrived. And so we found these guys, about 80, 85 people, who when this picture was taken, they had just arrived the night before. When they were run out from their house up in northern Sindh when it flooded. And so they basically found the first flat, dry spot they could find and stopped. You can see what they have. You can see the conditions they're living in there. They don't have any tents. You can see the things that they have with them or whatever they could gather up as they left. And we quickly noticed that they had no food there. They had no way to prepare food if they were given rice or something like that. And so we quickly determined that one need was to provide cooked food. And so we went quickly to the nearby market there in town in the city of Hyderabad and arranged food to be cooked, and then we delivered that to them there. And this man right here is the leader of that group of people. He's like a tribal leader, a village leader. And you can see him there. He's helping to dish out the food to his people. And as we were distributing this cooked food, again, some chicken curry and some bread, the most amazing thing happened. We're giving out this food, and all of a sudden, this man, leader of this community, said, that's enough. It's enough for us. We have enough food. Give the rest to someone else who needs it. I've been to many distributions in many different countries. I've never heard anyone say that. Give the rest to someone else. You know? This man was thinking about all the other people that were around him. As you stood in this place right here and looked 360 degrees, you could see IDPs in every direction. Across the road, over the other side of the bridge, near the hospital. And he was thinking about those other people in his time of great need. I thought, Lord, thank you for that bit of encouragement. These are people that you want to help because they're thinking about others as well. So we were able to help them with some cooked food, and this is one of our partners, and they were able to go back at a later time as well and take some mats that people could sleep on and one or two other things, some utensils and things as well, to help these people get back to a point of providing for themselves. We also went to the north of Pakistan and north of Islamabad. Islamabad is the capital. And went up north of there, and I just look back at this is the depth of the water in some of the homes. You can see where he's pointing there. This is 12, maybe 15 feet of water in homes. That's a lot of water. And this is in a place where people were warned by the government that water is coming, the flood is coming. But nobody responded because they thought, no, this place never floods. We don't ever remember this part of the town flooding. And yet 10 to 12, maybe 15 feet of water came to this place. And so as we were there with another partner, Park Mission Society, we helped provide some dry rations, some food. This is flour they're unloading from the truck that would be given out to the people there. Just trying to fill those immediate needs of the people, as well as doing medical camps. Some of these places, many of the affected people are some of the poorest of the poor. And under normal conditions, they very seldom get medical attention. They very seldom are able to go to see the doctor for a checkup or some illness that they might have. And so we did medical camps with those guys as well. What you're looking at now is in Karachi, the south of the country. This is in a camp that are maybe 8,000 people are living there. 750 to 800 families housed in tents in this place. And you can see when they came, they brought whatever animals they could. Many animals were lost in the flood, but they brought the animals that they could bring, and we're partnering here with some Southern Baptist workers there and some of their national friends. And one of the things I noticed about this camp when they happened upon it really was that the government was providing food for the people. Different organizations are providing tents so they have shelter. But in this area, there's no water source for this camp. Can you imagine? 8,000 people and no water source. So our partners there began to think about how can we provide water for the people, both for drinking, for cooking, for washing, for everything. How can we best help people to have water? Obviously, drinking water is number one. And so from this small shop that's donated by a local person there that's about 50 meters from where you saw those tents just now, you can see the water filter in the back of the shop. They're setting up water filters there, and it's ongoing right now that the people from the camp can come there every day and fill their containers with clean, potable water. So at least they have drinking water during the day's time. Okay? And these guys are all nationals that are manning this, volunteers morning and evening, open this little shop and dispense the water to the people that are coming. Okay? And it's the only source that many of these people have for water. Along with that, they began to look at sanitation issues. When the camp first started, the government provided latrines, built latrines there, like this one. 4 of these blocks. In each one of these blocks are 4 actual stalls, actual latrines. So 16 latrines around the camp that were built. Now, at that time, there were not very many people in the camp. But can you imagine 16 latrines for 7,000 people? Yeah, that's exactly right. Just what you're thinking. That's a problem. And so this, in fact, where are we going here? This man right here is working in that camp. And even now, there's a latrine project going on that BGR is funding to build 70 more latrines in that camp. Because you see, as I walked around that camp and I saw the condition of the latrines, those 16 latrines now are unusable because they're full, they're packed, so that now people have begun going to the bathroom in front of the latrine and behind the latrine and everywhere else. Okay? This creates quite a health hazard, especially with little children running around, many of whom are barefooted, you know. So we're helping to provide for more latrines there in that place to help the sanitary conditions. Okay? All right? By the way, this man, his name is Alex, and he's working there with a Muslim group of people in Karachi there these guys are actually from Bangladesh. They're Bengalis. And they have a non-government organization there that they work in. And they have been very instrumental in helping things to happen in this camp, in water and other things. So we're trying to partner with a wide group of people. Okay? So latrines are very important. This picture is from actually a coordination meeting that some of our partners set up in Karachi while we were there, asked me to lead that meeting. And they brought different Christian organizations there, churches, non-government organizations, Pakistan Bible Correspondence Institute was there, and others, probably 6 or 8 different organizations.